Oh my gosh, you're a senior mama. Pay protected who? Pay protected where?
To the same where the money resides.
Alright you guys, I have a special guest on my channel today who is bringing us another Storytime episode. It's my friend Blair. Fun fact, we used to work with each other for my previous airline and she currently still works there. So if you ever see her in the airport, shout hello, okay?
Hi guys, I'm Blair. Been a flight attendant for 4.5 years.
It's really been that long?
Yes, girl.
Oh my gosh, you're a senior mama.
Yes, girl, got some seniority. That's why I can hold the position I want.
I keep telling her to come over to our side, but she doesn't want to do the water evacuation. I'm gonna link her socials and everything down below, so make sure you guys follow her. She said she was making a YouTube channel years ago when we started our airline, but I've still yet to see it, so spam her and tell her to make this channel. Okay, so she's coming to tell us a story. I don't know the story yet, so you guys are hearing it at the same time as me. We're gonna get our pure reactions as to what went down on this flight.
Alright, it's actually recently. So, it was Christmas, and we were supposed to work, not like me and Todd were working together, we were supposed to work the last flight Christmas night from Newark to Santiago. Sounds easy, right? Okay. So, we are on the plane, everything is going good, and so I went to do buy and board for number 3 because she was in the bathroom, so if I'll do it for you, whatever, I was before. I hear whistling at the window by the exit row.
Hey crew, it's future me. I thought I would explain to you guys what the whistling meant and what my reaction was. So typically a sign of whistling on the aircraft while you're in flight is some sort of like decompression. But we'll speak about decompression later in the video.
And the 2 times, did you hear that? I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, so let me tell you number 1. Number 1 was like, oh, dang, that's crazy. And I was like, yeah, no, So I called the 3 up, and I was like, come to the exit row so you can hear this. And she hears it too. So at this point, I made myself number 1 because I'm like, he didn't respond the way I needed him to respond. So I called the pilots, and they're like, oh, it's an older plane, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. If I started developing hypotheses, this was legit what I told them. I was like, I'm coming for both of y'all pensions. I'm going to go back to service. I'm just letting you know. They said it was okay, so whatever. That was the first thing. So then, we're well into the flight, and then they tell us that we're now in a code yellow because our navigation system went out. There's no navigation system.
It's me again. So basically what code yellow means is airlines have different classifications for certain in-flight emergencies, and code yellow is one of them. Obviously that's not something you ever want to hear when you're a flight attendant or even as a passenger. So let's get back into the video.
I looked at the number 3 and I was like, you're kidding, right? Like, you're kidding. I really thought she was kidding. And she was like, this is my friend. So I thought she was kidding. And she was like, no. And the way she was looking at me, she was smiling. So I thought she was kidding. And then she said, I'm not kidding. I promise you I'm not kidding. I'm like, I have never heard those words. And while I'm working, it was totally, so I'm like, great. Freaking great. Now I'm like low-key, like a little bit like panicky in my mind. I'm like, it's gonna be this either. Then, not even like maybe 10 or 15 minutes later, we get a phone call from the pilots. We can't land in Santiago because it's too foggy. We were supposed to land in Santiago at like maybe 1:30 in the morning. So we landed, we had to divert to Santo Domingo, right? Fine. Apparently it happens all the time. There was 3 other aircrafts that had to divert as well, the same airline. So we're sitting there, chilling, the pilot's time out. Right, like we're sitting there for like an hour, so the pilot's time out. Now the sun is coming up. We're supposed to land in Santiago at 1:30. So we're telling them, we're like, oh, okay, we're going to time out as well. Why don't they just take us all off to this point? Like, we're all illegal. So the customers are being irate because now they're going to have to, like, shuttle them from Santo Domingo to Santiago. So everybody's fussing. We got cussed out in English, got cussed out in Spanish, but there's nothing we can do. Yeah, there was a bunch of like explicits, being thrown. So we get all the customers off the plane, and then they're mad too because we're at a hard stand, so they have to be bused. And we're also in a pandemic, so they can only bus with a certain amount of people at a time, so it takes more long. So by the time we got all the customers off the plane, they're trying to put us on, I think Fort Lauderdale was the plane next to us that had already. They tried to put us on Fort Lauderdale. And the three is like, no, you can't do that. We haven't cleared customs. We're not on the Agendex. Nothing. So now Fort Lauderdale is to wait even longer because of us. Not because the fog is clear, but because of us. So we're sitting there now for like hours. Like I said, the sun is coming up. The people on Fort Lauderdale's plane is staring at us. The crew is staring at us. They're like mean-mugging us because we're refusing on the plane because we can't go without, paperwork or clearing or whatever. After sitting there for an hour, guess what? We weren't supposed to be on the plane. Girl, by the time we got to the hotel in Santo Domingo, it was 8:30 in the morning. We were supposed to land in Santiago at 1:30. We got to the hotel in Santo Domingo at 8:30 in the morning. So you know what we did? We're not normal people. We went straight to breakfast, went straight upstairs, changed into our bathing suits, because we were deadheading late on the day, went straight to the pool, went straight to the lounge. We were so tired. It was 3 out of the 4 of us. We were falling asleep in the lounge. Because we had been up for like 24 hours at that point, but the day was so insane. It was supposed to be one simple flight. That was the most insane thing. I'm happy with God's grace, nothing bad actually happened.
Yeah.
But imagine trying to have a medical too.
Lord, that was a long day. That was a long day.
On that, and it was Christmas, so.
Oh yeah. All right, you guys. So you heard her story. Make sure you go and give Blair some love on her Instagram and spam her Instagram to make this YouTube channel. Like, what is she doing? I just don't understand. What is she doing?
I'm gonna do it.
You heard it here. She said she's gonna do it. Hopefully it'll be this year. Okay, you guys, I promise this is the last time you're going to see future me in this video. We got distracted by other conversations that I didn't do an outro. So I just wanted to thank Blair for coming onto my channel and sharing her story time with us. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video.